Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, if there's something that Kenyans are united about, is the fact that DIG Eliud Lagat should not be allowed back to office. Now, this is coming at a time whereby there are talks. Talks have been escalated. Talks about a possible return to office. Now, Lagat was supposed to report back to office on 14th. That is according to the speculations which were shared over the weekend from unknown sources within the police service. Lagat was supposed to be returned. Now, there was also talk about IPOA clearing Lagat. Now, there are things which have come as a result of those speculations. One, IPOA has responded. Two, police have also responded on this highly spoken return of Eliud Lagat. So first and foremost, allow me to take you through a tweet that was shared by Nelson HAVI, because Nelson HAVI, being the former president of LSK, has weighed in on this matter. And Nelson HAVI said the following: Eliud Lagat should not be allowed to resume duty as DIG. Now, earlier on in a certain video, I shared something to you. I shared something with you about the alleged differences in status regarding DIG Lagat's return. Now, in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take you through the reaction from IPOA, the reaction from the National Police Service, and the reaction from Nelson HAVI, and all these are about DIG Lagat's return. But before we get further on this story, ladies and gentlemen, kindly take this opportunity and support the work we do on this channel by liking this video and subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before. And to our existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support, because without you, this channel cannot grow. So Nelson HAVI shared the tweet I read, ladies and gentlemen, about Lagat's return. And Nelson HAVI is very specific on this, that his take is that Lagat should not be allowed back. Now, IPOA were forced to react because there were talks from sources that IPOA had cleared Lagat. Now, based on a statement that has come from IPOA, is that they have not cleared Lagat, and that the stories about them clearing Lagat are simply hearsays. These are stories which are cooked by people who want to propagate propaganda. So that's what the IPOA is talking about. So the big question to you, ladies and gentlemen, based on what you've discovered so far, do you think IPOA are serious about nailing the culprit, nailing this person who's responsible? Or could you say that IPOA right now have found themselves in a situation whereby they have to be investigated? IPOA must be investigated. So they are being investigated, ladies and gentlemen, and the shocking thing is that they are being investigated by DCI. Now, who are DCI? DCI, based on my little knowledge, is that it's a formation of people from the police force. So if the IPOA are supposed to investigate the police, and this DCI is composed of police who are again going to investigate the IPOA. So just take a look at this this drama, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, personally, I am looking at the whole thing as a total drama. But let's forget about that. In this analysis, I promise that I'll share with you something about IPOA. So IPOA has reacted to this back to office call, and they have literally distanced themselves from any blame, And one thing that you need to understand is that there's something that HAVI echoed, which is also good if we go through. And HAVI said, even if IPOA cleared him, public confidence in the police command structure has been severely shaken. We can't afford to move on like this, like nothing happened, So you remember that Ojwang's case highlighted deeper systemic issues within the Kenya security sector, and the police chief at the central police station, another police, and a technician, have all been arrested about concerning this case. But one person that people wanted to be arrested was actually Lagat. But you see, Lagat has been, has not been mentioned anywhere. You see, as a potential witness or a culprit. So we've not seen Eliud Lagat's name being mentioned, because if at all that was the case, tungeona Eliud Lagat ameambiwa ende kotini, but we've not seen that. So you can say that because you have not seen it, it can only means that Eliud Lagat is innocent. Many Kenyans do not believe that Eliud Lagat is innocent. But what if he's innocent? He could be playing Mr. Innocent here. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this sudden realization from the people that IPOA is supposed to come back? The reaction that has come from people like Nelson HAVI about DIG Lagat's return, that reaction spoke volume. We are not trying to say that Lagat is very, very innocent. Am I not very, very innocent? No. But what we are saying is that Nelson HAVI has looked at this matter from a different angle, and just like me, I think Nelson HAVI's concern is that Lagat should not be allowed to go scot-free. First of all, should not be allowed. Ladies and gentlemen, just go below in the comment section and tell us what you think about this latest development concerning DIG Lagat's return. The message is very simple, ladies and gentlemen, from that DIG return is not allowed. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.